All right, the combinations are endless, from venti to grande and skim the soy.
I need to be educated for sure. Even if you're a daily coffee drinker, the options can be daunting. Coming up next, we take a look at all the choices to find that perfect cup of coffee for your taste buds.
Okay, a lot of you drink coffee out there, so you may have a few questions about brewed, roasted, all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to head over to Melissa right now. You got an expert with you to discuss.
We do have an expert. How many of you stare at the selections at the local coffee shop or bean aisle and wonder which one has more caffeine? What exactly is the difference between the bold and the light? Unfortunately, fortunately, light coffee drinkers and caffeine addicts alike can now sit down to the perfect cup of joe. Ellie Gladwell from coffee.org joining us live in studio this morning to help us tell the difference. And when I first saw you guys were coming in, I was so excited because I'm one of those people who basically has no idea what I'm ordering. It's, hard for me to even say venti or grande or anything like that.
Yeah.
So Ellie, tell us a little bit about coffee.org. What do you guys do?
We have a wide variety of coffees, from your single cup to whole beans to your 12-cup pot to coffee cakes, as we have right here.
Which I hear is amazing.
It is.
Our floor director has already tasted it, and she said you guys absolutely have to taste this.
Yes, you do.
So explain to me the difference between roast versus brew. I mean, what are we talking about when we're talking about those two things?
Right, that's a great question. As far as the different roast, you have a dark roast and you kind of have a lighter medium roast.
Okay.
And I brought these examples right here.
So this is our dark, obviously, because it's dark.
Yes, and you can kind of see that it has almost like an oily look to it.
Oh, it does, even a little bit of an oily feel.
On your hands.
Yeah,
right.
okay.
So it's very dark and it's got some oil to
Smells
it. And
good.
This is our lighter here.
The lighter. Oh, yeah,
lighter,
you definitely can.
Yeah, it doesn't have near as much of the oil, and it's more of a brown instead of a black.
Okay, very good. And so obviously if you want something a little more intense, we're going to go darker.
And that's just in the flavor. That doesn't mean you're getting more caffeine.
Okay.
Just because it's darker does not mean it's more caffeine. It all is in the flavor.
Good to know, because I would assume you're looking at this and you're just looking for a little bit more of a kick. Not the case.
No, not the case.
Okay, and you have a couple pots here. So this is your kind of typical pot. You put a big pot on in the newsroom for everybody to share.
Right. This is your typical pot. You use your filter. You can use your different grounds and things like that. Okay. It just takes regular ground coffee.
Now this is really interesting because this is more of a single serving guy, and you pop one of these in. What exactly is this, Ellie?
That is a K-Cup. This is a Keurig machine, and what is so nice about these is it just makes one cup at a time. And so people really like it. It's fast, and let's say at home, if someone in your family likes flavored and somebody likes decaf,
you can do them all.
You can do them all and make one cup. You don't waste near as much or anything.
Go ahead. I know you wanted to kind of push this down, and then I'm going to help you out.
Put your K-Cup. Yeah, I'll show you. It's easy to learn. You just put this down and then pick your cup size, and in just a second it'll start brewing up some coffee.
Very good, very good.
Right.
Now, and this is another single serving. I know these have gotten really popular within the past couple of years, but this is great as well, maybe to have at home and save some money, not go to the coffee shop, right?
Right, that is your pod, and this is your K-Cup, and this is a pod, but they both make just a single cup of coffee.
And the other thing that I didn't really think about before I had a baby a couple months ago, when you look at decaf, it's not caffeine-free. Caffeine-free is caffeine-free, so you have to be careful. A little caffeine in the decaf.
Yeah, and a little caffeine is okay, if you're pregnant. My sister's pregnant, and she's still able to have a little bit of coffee. And, and just because, you're right, just because it says decaf, it still does have a little bit of caffeine in there, but they've extracted as much as possible.
Okay. Ellie, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to probably enjoy this cup of coffee right here in just a minute. Everything smells great, and I'm sure it tastes great, so thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, Mike, back to you. I'm not sharing the coffee, but you can have some cake.
The coffee cake?
Yes.
That sounds good to me.
Yes.
All right, Ken, of course, our whole newsroom just perked up. We've got a full coffee bar here.
I tell you
Can't
what.
ask for more in a morning shift.
People flock to the fresh coffee, especially here, like nobody's business.